Let's have a closer look at the Alfa Romeo C42. As always, the Swiss team presented a car with its own innovative solutions that we didn't see on other cars. Let's start with the most complex front wing we've seen so far. Like the competition, the C42 features a 4-element front wing, with the first element not being attached to the nose. That way, they have one wing element across the span. Structurally, they then need a strong connection to the second element, which Sauber realized with 10 connectors. Compared to others, the front wing is wildly shaped with lots of different profiles. Unique front wing designs are a common appearance for the Swiss team. In the center, the wing is backed off, although the last element looks aggressive right next to it. Also here we see the flap adjustment sits on the far outboard, and they just use a triangular shape to separate the adjustable from the fixed part. This will shed a vortex that could help with flow control further downstream. Behind the adjustment mechanism we see a small outwashing flick. Also, here we can see that the outboard deflector has an S shape. Another design trend that we can see this year is the anti-dive design of the front suspension. We could see it at Williams and now here again. The upper front wishbone has its forward point as high up as possible and the rearward point very low, which creates an extreme angle of the upper wishbone and hence a stronger dive compensation under braking. Reason for that could be that teams are trying to get a stable aero platform and they might fear rake sensitivities of the cars. More load going through the suspension could also explain the thicker wishbones at Williams and Alfa. The bodywork follows the high undercut design we saw on the Aston Martin. We can categorize the cars we have seen so far in 3 groups. Undercut designs with large side pods to keep the wake outboard. Downwash designs which pull down lots of clean air from above. And narrow side pod designs which leave the floor as much space as possible. As we see no other large air outlets, it's possible that also Alfa mostly relies on louvres to release air from the radiators. The inlets, however, are significantly larger than on the Aston Martin. Like at the Williams, it looks like their inlets are much larger than their outlets, so it's possible they use this air not just for cooling underneath and let it exit at places we cannot see at the moment. The front of the floor shows a rounded outer strake and a bulgy cover around the lower side impact structure. The raised floor edge helps to keep the float close to the bodywork at the widest point. The engine cover shows a minimal size and hence a large shark fin, as we have seen it at Ferrari and Force India in 2017 for the last time. Alfa is using the space in their large side pods and moves the cooling from the center line to the side pods. That way the rear wing can get cleaner flow with more energy and work more efficiently. To tidy up the coke area, Alfa changed to a pushrod suspension at the back. It looks like they then need to bend the exhaust pipe around the suspension members that now lay on top of the gearbox. The Sauber features a double pillar and DRS pod design with center support that we know from recent years. Very interesting here is the reverse monkey seat they used between the pillars. It looks like the 2 elements try to create downwash for increased flow to the beam wing, a feature we haven't seen anywhere else yet. We can see the blue temperature stickers on these elements to understand which temperatures they experience. Alfa uses a large 2-element beam wing that wraps around the exhaust. In summary, we can see that Alfa once again presented a car that is very different from other designs, and it features lots of interesting solutions in detail. Another exciting and very different Formula 1 car. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.